Welcome to the Good Ride. I'm James Beastie, and I blew myself. This is the Jones Shralpinist Stretch Jacket. It's a companion to the Shralpinist Gore-Tex Pro Jacket. It's just got more pockets. It's a little more resort friendly than the Shralpinist Gore-Tex Pro. I am 5'10", 185 pounds. You can see all my specs here. I normally fit a large jacket, and this large jacket fits pretty well. And when it comes to construction, it's a pretty stretchy material, and it's like a four-way stretch. If you compare this to the Peak Bagger here, it's not as stretchy, but it's pretty stretchy, especially in comparison to the Gore-Tex Pro. That is not a stretchy material at all. I love the minimalist construction. The stitching and the seam welding looks really good, and it looks like it matches the price point of this jacket, which is really high. When it comes to waterproofing and breathability, I'm hoping to have this jacket to test throughout the season, and if I do, you'll see a follow-up review at the end of the season or the beginning of next to talk about the waterproofing and breathability. You can always hit me up via email or ask me on YouTube how it's holding up, and I'll tell you. But it's 30K waterproofing and 30K breathability. That's exceptionally better than Gore-Tex Pro, which most people say is a little below 20K breathability. But when it comes to waterproofing, it's probably just a touch less than Gore-Tex Pro, which I believe is a little over 30K. Nobody really knows for sure, but that's kind of where it sits. And even Jones's rating system rates this a little less than Gore-Tex Pro. And I'll tell you, I've had lots of Gore-Tex Pro jackets, and they're straight up rain riders. You can ride in the rain for hours and not get wet. And I love Gore-Tex Pro. But I really wanted to try a more resort-friendly jacket with waist pockets. So that's why I chose to go with this one. And 30K waterproofing is really good. All right, when it comes to hood and helmet compatibility, let's get the old hood on here. And as you know, if you've watched any of my reviews, I love a contoured hood. I rarely, if ever, use a jacket as a daily driver without one, because it just wraps so nicely around your goggles, and this stretch material fits really well over a medium helmet, even though this is a large. But as you can see, I had to tighten it up a good bit just to get it to fit kind of snug, but I still have movement like I don't have a hood on. So I can check my six, I can check my sides, and I can be safe on the mountain and not feel like my head is straitjacketed. So I really like these hoods. If you were in a large or even an extra large, I think this hood would fit really well. Now, when it comes to the cuffs and how well they fit over your gloves, they do a great job with my drop Tahoma mitts here. And these are pretty thick mitts. They're not massive, but they're kind of what most people will be using. And I love how well they fit over there. You can pull them off and on, and you can ride them loose like this, or you can take the gloves off or put these like this to put them under gloves if you like to put your gloves over. So good cuffs there, very well designed, and I like the Velcro mechanism. I've seen this before year over year with all different kinds of jackets, and it works very well. So when it comes to backpack compatibility, I am not Mr. Splitboard. I am not Mr. Uphill, but I love a good bit of drift boarding to go up before the lifts open and get some powder, so I'm not in a frantic, manic powder panic when the lifts open. And this works really well with my Jones backpack that I use for drift boarding and split boarding. I can get access to my pockets here. There's a touch of a pinch, but not much. And I like that I have the use of pockets with this jacket as well. Now, again, this Works really well, even when it has to be adjusted a little bit, but I have access to both pockets here, and I really like that. So overall, very backpack compatible. So when it comes to outer pockets, you have two big pockets right here that go all the way down to here and all the way up to your collarbone and across. I love having that kind of size in there. You also have a little stretchy loop here to hold, let's say, a walkie-talkie or some other sort of device, or just stabilize your S22 Ultra, which is a huge phone, holds that no problem. Same thing on the other side, and a nice smooth liner in here, same fit from just above the waistline to the collarbone, and then all the way over. And then these pockets are big too. They're almost touching the bottom pockets here. You can see that seam across. And then huge pockets here. Nice material. It's kind of a stretchy material on the inside too, and it feels soft and it feels easy on the hands. So it's not going to be super warm like some that have like a fleece liner, but they're going for shell here, and I like that. You have a pass pocket right here that just is really short, and you've got the 5 red flags, which I never like safety to take a vacation. And then on the inside, there is one internal pocket here, and let me do a test with the big phone test here with the Ultra, S22 Ultra, which is a big phone, and it fits in there comfortably but snug. Then you have 2 skin pockets, just like you do the Shralpinist Gore-Tex Pro and most of the Jones jackets, like the Peak Bagger. And I love that, to see a truly skin compatible jacket, because a lot of, I've tried some jackets that are marketed as split boarding jackets, and instead they put something that's more of a goggle pocket in here instead of a skin pocket. So I like to see that. Now when it comes to blasting your pits and getting some heat out, these have a nice open pit zip. I can't tell you how much I appreciate that. Not a huge fan of the meshed pit zip. I know it keeps the jacket looking better and a little more uniform, but I'm fine with looking a little off. As you know from me, I can kook it out from time to time. And having this open area to get all that heat out is exceptional, and I love that. Now, when it comes to the inside liner, it's just this very smooth material. I like it better than the taffeta or taffeta-like material on the Mountain Surf series jackets. And I think this is almost as good as the inside lining of the Peak Bagger jacket, which you can see right here is just this really silky smooth material that feels a touch warm, but also just feels so good on your skin. And this does as well. So if you're out on a really warm day and you don't have a long sleeve, then this will feel exceptional against your skin. Or if you're in the off season and it's raining in the summer and you want to use this as well with a t-shirt in a summer rain, this is going to work great. Now you have a powder skirt that's fixed, but it's very minimalist. There is a jacket to pant interface, so it can go around the loop here and merge in there and hold it if you want. But a lot of you will be wearing bibs or just not care like I do, and I don't really use that, but if you want to, it's there. So overall, I really like the idea of this jacket and this jacket's concept, especially for a mostly resort rider like myself. I would just be too bummed not having waist pockets like you do with this. So that's why I'm going with this, but I'm also excited to test the exceptional breathability over the lesser breathability of Gore-Tex Pro and see how the waterproofing stacks up to Gore-Tex Pro, which is a little better than this. But it might be enough to where I won't miss it.